Hi, everyone. This is just a short video to talk about the two Alvin Lucier pieces that are possibilities for the remainder of the semester for New Music Ensemble. I'm sitting in a room is pretty self-explanatory. You do need some electronic resources to make a version of it if you want. You basically need the ability to record some sound and then to play it back through a speaker in a room and then to re-record what you play back and to kind of do that over and over and over and over again. If you don't have that capability, don't worry. If you do and you're interested in making a version of that piece, but you have some questions, let me know. Definitely take some time and listen to the recorded performance that I gave the YouTube link for. It's kind of the definitive version that the composer made himself. And it ends up being a really, really beautiful thing. One thing I really love about Lucier's music is that it sounds like something that took 4 months to program on a computer synthesizer, but it's really just somebody doing something with a teapot or with a microphone or something very, very simple. Uh, as far as the opera for objects goes, again, it's pretty self-explanatory. And if you watch Tim Feeney's YouTube performance, you'll get 95% of what you need to know. But just by way of demonstration, I've got here a couple of objects on my little practice pad table. This is a little plastic spice jar lid, and this is the can of polyurethane that I've been using on bamboo timpani handles. And you can do this with pencils, or I'm doing it with a pair of chopsticks, but really any sort of small stick object like this will work. And the idea is that you tap the sticks together and you always tap them at a constant rate. So so in a single performance of Opera for Objects, this ideally is never going to change. What is going to change is whether the sticks are in the air on their own or whether the bottom stick, the stick that you're hitting, is in contact with an object. Once that stick is in contact with the object, your job is to explore all the different sound possibilities that that object has when you activate it this way by changing one parameter at a time, meaning changing the length at which you hit with the striking stick or the location on the striker stick. I just called them both striking sticks. This doesn't make sense. The stick that's hitting and the stick that's being hit. You can change this parameter. You can change, or you can change this parameter where you strike the passive stick, or you can change the location on the object you're hitting, or you can change the angle at which you're holding the stick. It's important that you only change one of these parameters at a time because you'll discover that different objects react very differently to different changes. So for example, you'll notice that, and I'll try to get the camera set up so you can see this, but this plastic spice jar lid reacts very, very differently whether I hit this stick at different points along its length. It really, really changes sound. So just a quick demonstration. I hope the microphone picked that up. It's really a pretty significant change. And then again, once you've determined that, then you can make changes to the angle. So you can hear that from here to here, the sound changes quite a bit. You can also mess around with the location on the object. So if I go from, say, the middle to the edge, but not change anything else. There are pretty significant changes there as well. You'll see that in Tim's YouTube performance, he has a bunch of different objects in front of him. You can use as many or as few as you like. Again, this can seems to work pretty well. you know, and the slow, methodical exploration of all of those different things really is sort of the core of the piece. Again, it's a relatively simple one to do, and making an audio or a video recording of it could be really interesting. Again, if you're looking for ways to engage with new music in our interesting new social situation. Thanks.